So yesterday we painted the old electric. Today we're going to mix it up by once again painting the old electric. I'll use the orange. I'm going to have to get some more of these at some point. We've been using them for a year. 2270. What we've done is we've gone for a slightly different angle. We've actually gone further back. So I said it looks taller than this. It is taller than this. There's one roof, and there's another roof, and that goes into that. That goes into that. And really, when you go around the building, what this is a whole block of what used to be nightclubs. That goes down, but there's another building here. There's actually this building over here, which is the Metropole, which has a lot of chimneys. So what I ended up doing yesterday, when I really didn't like what I was doing, is I went through and I started repairing this. I took all the paints out, I scraped off all the rust, and I've refilled it. Oh, and I put a primer on here, so we've got a nice fit spray paint primer to try and make that a bit more impervious. And I took out all the excess colours that aren't really in my other paint set. So now we've just got a more basic set of colours that I like. I know what I use, rather than just having but I've forgotten to bend that back, so I'll need to do that at some point. This is feeling a little bit better. So what I've done is I've gone from a picture that's slightly further up the road, so you've got a bit more distance between you and the picture. It's what I should have done in the first place. But that's why I'm kind of experimenting on this, because it's quite a tricky building, really, in kind of all circumstances. It's not one that I would normally go out of my way to do. It doesn't float my boat the same way that a lot of the other stuff that I do does. I mean, just the size of that roof. When you look at the normal roof of the house, this went up to about this point. And then to build the nightclub, they put another one on top. It's just weird. there's another thing that goes here. There's another window there, and then we finally get to the old electric, which is here. There's something on top of there, and that goes back, much like that one back. And then we've got a single window. It's not right. That would be further along, so ignore that. That's there. We've got this here, another thing with the A window there, and that goes off. So yeah, the other window would be about here, because after here there's more windows. In fact, there's the same sort of window that we've got here, but without the, that goes kind of down and into the roof on those ones. And then this one is like this one, except it hasn't got that on it. Okay. Yeah, it's holidays. My youngest has been insisting that I sit downstairs all day today. So we've got a limited amount of time to work today. It's just one of those frustrating days. It's the only problem with being a stay-at-home dad in the school holidays is that, you know, in an ideal world I'd like to be drawing. Yeah, so I think this is probably going to be more like how it is. Yeah, that should be about the same as that, which is a little bit off. But I think when I do the final one, I'll just decrease the roof. It's a really big roof, and I'll decrease the roof and put a bit more. So then proportionally it's more like yesterday's, but with a bigger roof, and it's going to be on A3 paper, so it's going to be a bit more. And I want to, if I can, get the whole block on, which will be a lot easier with kind of so, and the road, we want the road on and all that jazz. I just wish there was some green or something. We'll put some clouds on, obviously, on the real thing, which will be a bit easier. It's not the greatest drawing in the world. But I've got one that I want to edit some videos next. Just trying to... no, this is here. It's one of those where I'm feeling so nervous about doing the finished piece. I'm considering doing the finished piece in pencil first, and I never use a pencil. Apart from when I'm doing commissions. I wish I was joking. So, commissions are the only time that I tend to pick up a pencil. Because I'm so afraid of getting it wrong. Pick that up. That's got 2. Sheesh. And using my pen today, because I don't want to keep tipping. Not today. I'll probably do it on the final piece. But today I just want to kind of get done without rushing too much. He says that, and then he's going to run out of ink. Yeah, so, like I say, although on this one we've gone for so much roof, I definitely don't want to do as much roof on the real one. Yeah, there's just so much roof. But yeah, if you want to see all the colours that were taken out, took all those colours out because they're either repeats or just not colours I use. And then definitely the Payne's grey out, because the amount of times I use that, and it just yeah, it's too muddy. It's not a nice black. For a long time I did use it. Hence the reason there's not much in there. I don't think there's much left in the tube either. Yeah. We don't have much Payne's grey left anyways, so no real loss taking it out. Just make that a little It's one of those where it's an area of town that needs a lot of development. It's all been nightclubs in the past, and they just become more and more run down. Become derelict, and the same with a lot of the hotels in this end. They all became kind of houses of multiple occupancy. It's a good thing that they're doing down there at Life Coast. They have a lot of kind of youth arts things, and very different place than you. But I don't know. I don't know for me. So and then you've got exhaust on top of that. Right, so the one advantage of not using a dip pen, apart from not having to constantly keep dipping it, is that I don't have to wait for it to dry. You have to look at why that's like that. That needs a massive repair. People look at my case and think it's old, but it's not that old. There we go. That come off. It's now back on again. There we go. So, like I say, I need to water these up. One of the reasons why I like a beat up dead old brush is the fact that if I use a new brush, I also cleaned off a lot of the actual paint. Still enough that you can kind of break it down, but because at the moment what I've got is a hell of a lot of I've got a hell of a lot of terracotta back here that we would do here and here. We've got a lot of terracotta and we've got a lot of black in this one. in this building. It's, yeah, with the using the Payne's grey, it just all, that isn't with the Payne's grey, it just all kind of, and this thing with my blacks, all my blacks are the same, and we've got a roof, you know, we've got a roof, we've got black frontage, because a lot of this frontage is black. So we need to kind of alter the colours a little bit, make it a bit more. Let's add some blue in, lighter blue, some cerulean. There we go. Because at the moment it just all kind of, there's nothing to really make it stand out, which, you know, is one of the reasons why personally I wouldn't choose it for my own personal practice. That's terracotta too, and I've not put it in. There we go. And I've still missed off plenty of, like, actually that. Let's see if it, it's got crashed on it. I'll make those into signs. Neutralise that cerulean, and that can be our shop front, so they're a bit more interesting than just making them grey. That's for the pavement. Just so we've got some different colours, kind of. That's alright. Put some of that on the pavement too, just to give it a bit of contrast. Oh, yeah. That looked, it's gone back in. I don't think it needs to be there. So I can go in there. Like I say, just knocking everything back to grey is good, and it's working for me. See, this combination making black is it's some burnt sienna and some ultramarine, and it just, at least I think it is, and it's got off a crap on top. Yeah, it is. So those two colours make a much nicer black than trying to use the Payne's grey. There's rust on this, so I'll make that rusty. We want the And although my palette's a lot cleaner than it was, it's thankfully not completely clean. What if we just mixed off? Oh, okay. Not mixed anything up, we're just making some glue to go for those sides. Technically both these signs say fireworks, but not interesting. The only green is there, where they've got some flowers by the door. I mean, you know, like I say, the other day I drew Fleetwood Ferry and they've got trees on the estuary, on the seafront, and you get to this bit of Blackpool and it's just desolate. Because it was never aimed at that, it was always aimed at, I mean, this area is kind of prime tourist night out sort of thing. This is working a lot better than yesterday's, I think. Yeah. I mean, what you can see is in areas of paint, like that side was previously against there, so there's dry paint. It just doesn't quite work. It had never been cleaned. So I just put more and more paint in. And of course, when you're mixing, stuff gets shoved against the metal grates and blah, blah. Okay. Doing the windows slightly lighter blue than I would usually do, because I think it calls for it. Because everything else is so dark. And then just a little bit of knocking back around the windows, because at the moment they're pure white and it just, yeah, needs a bit more of that black to do that and that. Yeah, that's fine. A little bit of that. Just a little bit more terracotta. The red. Right. Almost done. Idiot. Sorry, I'm struggling to put that back in there. So some red for the tops of those roofs. And yeah. Just some use that. And we'll just bob on all our shadows that we need. Knocking that back. And the clouds. Windows. There's windows. But yeah, it's so if we look at the two, the colours on this are so much nicer than this. And just stepping back, it's kind of helped solidify that idea. So I'm feeling a lot more confident about doing this commission now. Just with kind of playing with this a bit more today. We've removed the muddiness from here. We've just used Payne's Grey. You get it's just patchy and not great, even though, say, that's the same sort of application as that. It's richer. You can see it's this black here is all the same, but it just works, whereas the Payne's Grey just looks shocking. So that's how we improve on yesterday. And we'll look to preparing towards doing the actual thing, which I'm hoping to do tomorrow. But I've got other things to do as well. I've got a couple of deliveries coming. We'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you next time.